right, let's move it along a little bit. So, like I said, bro, we're behind. So we're gonna quick hit these. We don't have to quick hit them, but quick hit them real quick. So, of course, the NBA trades, free agency, guys. We're gonna run through these for however long it takes, and give our honest grade and opinion on all the moves the NBA teams have made in the offseason thus far. All right, so so the Detroit Pistons, man, they've been sorry as hell for a minute now.
Why were you talking about Detroit Pistons? All right, go ahead.
I don't know, bro. I just thought I like Cade Cunningham. I like his playing style. I tried to really watch him when he came out. He's a really good, smart player.
I like him and I like Avi. Their backcourt is cool. I like Avi too.
But Tobias Harris goes there. We don't have to stay long on this. What do you grade this one? Just
C.
C.
This is C. They already trash. Your team is trash, and you get a average player as a C.
All right. So we're gonna go to an upgrade of Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris, I think, is like a bootleg Paul George in a way. Paul George goes to the 76ers. I saw this one. I was like, okay, that definitely makes them better. But does it make them above? No. This roster is still not on terms with the Celtics, and they can still get beat up by the Knicks in the playoffs, in my opinion. And you're just like I said, if he was available, it makes him better, but it doesn't push him over the top.
Yeah, it's weird, man. You just have to depend on if Joel stay healthy. He never has.
Yeah.
And then if PG is getting older and he's healthy in the playoffs, if PG can turn up when he can turn up, but he also could be hurt. You just never know. You never know. So I mean, it's a man. It's a good pick. It's a good pick to see if they can gel. But I would make that move. I would make that move every day if I was them. It's hard when Boston is so good, and even New York with the moves they made. So,
all right. So we're gonna get to New York in just a second. OKC trade away Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso. Thumbs up for OKC.
OKC. So these are two moves that were like kind of under the radar. Hartenstein from New York signed with OKC. And so New York starting center moved in that role after Mitchell Robinson got hurt. Hartenstein is bruising, rebounder, can make corner threes, just great rebounder. And then you have one of the best perimeter defenders in the league in my boy, the bald Mamba, and Alex Caruso. I mean, who is like everywhere, all over the court. And you put him with Shea. You look at everybody on that OKC team in the starting five. Honestly, their top seven are all dogs. So you add those two players, like that's a great fit for that team. So I honestly look at them to at least be the top two team in the West.
Top two.
Top two. I mean, they were number one. They were number one this year, and I think they're better than Denver now. And the only other team that I can look and say is
they're better than Denver now.
They're better than Denver. Denver. What moves did Denver make this year?
They lost KCP. That's about it.
That's it. And then the Reggie Jackson, their backup.
Reggie Jackson's in Charlotte now.
Yeah.
Did you see the Charlotte? Was that the Charlotte summer team that played China?
When did they do that?
It's like the California Classic or something. I watched the highlights. They beat them by like 20. They played a China team. I'm not sure what level that China team was for China, but they played them. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. But yeah, that's where Reggie Jackson is.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. I'm surprised they actually kept him and didn't go ahead and buy him out.
And yeah, KCP to the Magic. I kind of like that one. You know,
It's a good move. It's a good move for Magic. Magic, they need shooting. Magic is a playoff team. It's a good move for them.
It's a young team, young little sleeper team. All right. DeJounte Murray traded to the Pelicans. Think his talent gonna go there and die, or
man? All right, the Pelicans are a team. We got to see what they do. We got to see what other moves they do because they got to do something else with Brandon Ingram. Like we'll see. Let's say that's to be continued. This because that's an incomplete grade because they're gonna end up making some other move before the season or the beginning of the season because that Brandon Ingram, he's almost on an expiring contract. They need to go ahead and do something with that, and that fit isn't the best for that team. So, so we'll see.
All right, and another one of my favorites up there in New York with the New York Wildcats. They traded for Mikal Bridges to the team. And I was hearing rumors about Paul George, this and that. I just knew Paul George was going to be a Knick. But they got –
I thought it was going to be a Warrior.
A Warrior? Could have been a Warrior. But, yeah, Mikal Bridges, younger and faster than Paul George to the New York Knicks. I like it.
I do too. I think it's a great move. I think that as much as everybody hates on Julius Randle, I think New York really missed his presence in the playoffs last year.
Oh, definitely.
And I think you're gonna add back Julius Randle, a healthy Julius Randle, a Mikal Bridges to that team in the playoffs, and that's a team that can actually run with Boston in the playoffs. They match up very well with Boston. And so it's definitely a win for me.
Same. I like that Mikal Bridges is actually going to be on the team playing for something that, actually matters. So I feel like that's really good for him as well. That was really good to see.
His coming out party was a couple years ago in the finals. Really think about how well he played when Phoenix
they played the Bucks.
Yeah, Mikal played great in that series, and that's the reason that teams were so high on him. So going into a Thibodeau coach team with three of his best friends in a system that will really feature him. He doesn't even have to score. It's not like you need more than 14, 15 points tonight. So it's a perfect situation for a player like that.
Okay. I dig it. What else? We have DeMar DeRozan joining the Kings.
I mean, I was just busy watching him on the Kendrick Lamar video. But I mean, it's an interesting team, man. It's hard because the Kings are a team that we don't talk about a lot, but on paper, they're a good team. The West is so stacked. If you took the Kings and put them in the Eastern Conference, we'd be talking about them as being top three team in the East.
Right. It'll make them look so much better. Not saying they're bad, but it'll just bolster their appearance and our perception of them.
Yeah, man.
Playing in that division or conference.
Because even if you look at their starting lineup adding. When you add the DeRozan to that team, you already have D Fox, you have Sabonis, 2 All-Stars, Keegan Murray, who's a great young player, DeRozan, and then they're talking about even starting what's my man that used to play in Charlotte that was that was Malik Monk, who's my guy who we gave up on for no reason.
I know, bro. He showed so many flashes during that one season, or it was the season before last.
Yes, he was such a nice player, and he was nice at Kentucky. So, yeah. So I think it's a good pick, a good pickup.
Okay. And the last one, I think this pickup is a little overrated, especially to where he's at in his career right now. CP3 got waived by the Warriors, and now he's playing with. He got picked up by the Spurs.
Well, remind me after we get off to send you this funny video about CP3. It's hard, man. All right, so San Antonio didn't have a point. They didn't have any point guard on their team.
No.
Like none. I just don't understand why they didn't go after like Tyus Jones or like anybody young, or they just drafted Castle, but I guess Castle wants to be a point guard. So why wouldn't you just let the young dudes like play? I don't know. Stephen Castle, just let him develop the chemistry with Wemby. Or they could use that draft pick on another point guard instead of giving that great point guard to Minnesota. The CP3 in San Antonio for what? He's not gonna win a title.
I mean, maybe they think he just knows enough, has enough old tricks to really, elevate the guys for the future. Maybe
you don't teach them how to be dirty, man. Shout out to my North Carolina people, man. Just playing, man. CP3 one of the GOATs, but I feel bad for CP. I feel like he should have just went somewhere and been a backup and try to get a title.
Title, right? He should have been chasing.
Yeah, he should have been chasing. He should have been backup point guard on the Knicks.
Well, that tells me, man, a guy like him, how old is CP3? 38, 39?
38. Yeah, he's got to be 39. Same age as LeBron.
The one thing this tells me about Chris Paul is that's one guy that loves to hoop. That's the most I get out of this. Man. He has to love the hoop, man.
I would say that about Russ Westbrook is somebody that loves the hoop. I mean, I know who loves the hoop. I mean, yeah, CP, he loves the hoop too, taking nothing away from him. But
you don't think the Spurs would have went for Russ Westbrook?
Him and Pop.
Hell no.
Honestly, Russ looks happy, man. That is a redemption story I'm really proud of. Like Russ in LA, in his hometown, he just signed for like a vet minimum contract to stay at home. He on the stage dancing with Kung Fu Kenny too, and he just looked happy. And I'm excited because honestly, Russ could end up being 6th man of the year next year because he plays so hard off the bench. He's in a good situation.
I wonder what the Clippers' expectations are now, man. They
lose, and lose. Man, looking back, have you looked at that Paul George trade on paper and seen how horrible it is?
No, what else they got on there?
Bruh, so they traded. So when they traded for Paul George, they traded Shea, who's going to be a perennial MVP candidate.
Oh, you mean that one? Okay.
Yeah, that trade. So that trade, well, they got really nothing except one conference final. That's it. And OKC got Shea. They also got Jalen Williams. Jalen. Oh, they got him. They ended up getting Trey Mann. The Trey Mann pick that traded from the Hornets for something else. They still have 2 more first-round draft picks coming from them.
Gosh. All right. Yeah, that's terrible. That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, this is a horrible pick. Horrible trade.
All right.
Shout out to the Clippers. Clippers keep clipping.
Yes, sir.